Alright guys, this is Doc M with another Minecraft video. You heard it! And today, this is episode 27 of the Minecraft World Tour. And guys, I've been busy. Yeah, I've been busy around here. Finally let down the water curtain to make the thing look more clean. Also, finally finished the hut here. Was a bit of work, but we have a nice sorting system in here and looks pretty cool. Some nice functionalities finally. And what I have to do still is, knock out the beacon tower back here. Still need some work. But yeah, one thing after the other. Today, brought back Doc Camera. Hey man, what are you doing? Giving us some nice perspectives here of the build. Really enjoying it that I can bring Doc Camera back from these nice perspectives. Really cool. So yeah, I'd say we have a look what I've got here now. Holy freaking cow. Man, you don't see it, but it's a few hours later now and I just went through hell. My PC died. I was rendering the time lapse you saw in the beginning of the episode, pre-rendering it, and suddenly I saw hiccups in the system and boom, went down without further warning. And yeah, I was trying to reboot, didn't even manage to get into the BIOS. So I was opening the case, checking it out, and was feeling a lot of heat coming from the CPU. So I let it cool. After an hour, was able to get it up and running again. Got into the BIOS and saw temperature rising like insane. So I checked the water cooling and turned out a pump in my Corsair water cooling system was broken, and temperature was no longer. It was no cooling anymore, so the CPU shot up to over 90 degrees within 1 minute. And yeah, then shut down. It didn't break, nothing broke, but yeah, I had to go to the hardware store, get a new pump. It cost me a few $100 to install the new components and a few hours of work, but we are up and running. Man, that was a shocker. And yeah, I left off here. I wanted to show you guys what I did. So you see it, we have this hut here. I call it a hut. It's a nice little house. I like the design a lot. Was trying to use wood exclusively, and I was trying to pay attention to details, but still keep it clean. As I said, that is my kind of a new approach for builds. Don't have too much ornamentation, just go, clean. And I think we approached that with this building, or achieved that, better say, approached that, tried it and achieved. And yeah, I want to show you what we got in here now. So here we got the chest sorting system. You saw that last time when we expanded the room. Basically have the roof on here now and 2 large balconies like I was planning before, and I think I will keep them like that, just as sunroofs, clean. And same thing here. Bed is positioned right there, and we got a little pot light on top, sun shining through, sunroof. And below I tried to go for practical use, efficiency. Last time you guys were wondering, you didn't have a gunpowder chest. I want to store that right over here, and while I'm recording I'm constantly looking at the core temp, monitoring the temperature, and we are idling at, or we're having at 45 degrees Celsius now, so we are good again. Oh, that was stressful. So yeah, I have the gunpowder here, because you wondered why I don't have it in my main sources or resources here, and I might switch it out actually with the bottles and put it over there. So I thought, as we are here, yeah, that is new as well, we'll show you, are getting a lot of resources that are useful for enchanting. I decided I want to bring some brewing stands over here, so I had to go back, got me some blaze rods, should be here somewhere in the precious chests. I got them somewhere. Here, got a few blaze rods from over there. Home base, we had a few still and made me a few brewing stands, and it's a pretty cool setup here. If I have bottles in the hand, you can see there's a water source behind this ender chest, and actually we can access it. You saw it, filled up this bottle. It's pretty yeah, smooth here because the hitbox of the ender chest is actually a bit smaller and we can reach through, and the hitboxes of the brewing stands are the basis of them. You see that? I don't know if you can see the hitbox outline. So we can basically reach through here. We can't do it up here, but there. This is a nice way to hide a source block back here. And yeah, that's 5 brewing stands. That's rather quick. You know, you can brew here. That's all right. So ender chest, of course, below, and around the corner here, I have nether wart planted. That's good enough. You know, you don't need much here. If you harvest that a few times, should be fine. Can make a lot of awkward potion from it. Yeah, and then design-wise, I think we're cool now with the ceiling and all, and the cross beams. I like it. Here I have little, yeah, workbenches and small furnace arrays. Not thinking I have to do massive cooking around here. This is more like, you know, you got some steaks, you got some fresh beef or whatnot, and probably want to cook it. So you just quickly run there and do that. It's more for that. If I'm building at projects, I normally build me like a little build station with a furnace array and work from there. So it's just for decoration slash little practical use. Normally you should have more furnaces if you want to go efficient. And here, crafting table again, the dirt and all. And I think it looks fine. I like it a lot. It's clean, it's simple, but it's practical. So last but not least, I changed the setup here a bit for the anvil. The items, it's my magic anvil now. Because, yeah, you see I got 33 levels on me right now. I'm getting some levels while I'm working here. Haven't used them up. And yeah, it's always good to have an anvil around if you want to quickly do repair or something. So if I want to activate it, at the moment we should be all good. So let's activate the shifting floors and wait for a bit for the items to appear. It takes a little time to process them through the system. But yeah, what I basically done here is I just used this anvil and did put it right on top of the cauldron that is filled with water. And that creates this nice little effect we hopefully see anytime soon. Could be that the elevator down is broken because redstone, no, glitched out because yeah, I had this when the computer crashed, my game running as well, and I was afraid it might break the save file, but it was alright. So yeah, now we have this pop-up here, items kind of popping out. 90% of them land right in front of the chests here in the enchanting setup. Sometimes they kind of end up at weird places, but yeah, this is the normal place where they will end up, and I like it a lot. It's they stack up then, you know, when they fly over here, and that's pretty decent. And I can just grab things then from here and put them in the respective chests. Yeah, and I like it now the way it looks in here. I don't think I will change much. Let's switch off the shifting floors again so we can turn off the system. What happens at the moment is basically when I turn the system off like this, I get like which spawns in there up until to the max spawn capacity or fairly close to the maximum spawn capacity. And then they will just hang out there and eventually despawn again. So that is not a long-term solution because I told you I want to start up a monster farm around here as well. So I need to be able to switch that off. That means we need to bring in light. And yeah, you can see the change here as well. Quickly want to grab me a potion. We should have some night vision still. Yeah, we do. Chug it. And should improve visibility here a bit. I removed the half slabs on top and I let the water flow down now to kind of enclose the whole system. It will diminish our efficiency a little bit, but not much. And oh, there we have, oh, I unintentionally knocked out too much. That needs fixing. Hopefully I still, but I should have wood. Let's do that real quick. But that was the initial plan with the whole setup here. Try to have a water curtain around it. So let's see. Should have some stuff here. And it's a pleasure to have things in order, organized, a little storage system here. Makes me very, very happy. And yeah, I already regret that I didn't start sorting things from the beginning, and I feel I need to make a home base now. This little house kind of inspired me. Come on, swim up, mate. What is that? Alright. Half slab in there. And now we need to reshape the water. I only have these blocks now. Sucks a bit. But nothing we can do at the moment. Let's get up there. Build a pillar down. And force the water away. Alright. Looks better now. Good. We got it all fixed. So yeah, fully enclosed. The witches are doing their thing in there. I still, of course, have to send them to the nether functionality. At the moment, I'm not quite sure if I really want to try to XP farm them. It would work. I might just put them in an enclosed space and then go to town on them with an efficient, with a good sword, you know, looting and whatnot. But it's hard to weaken them because they will keep on healing and so on. So it's not easy, but well, at least it's prepared. I can transport them around, and who knows? Maybe I come up with a cool idea. I mean, for example, if you have a bunch of witches, you can trigger them to go totally crazy, and they throw like potions and will never stop. And maybe it's an alternative way to kind of kill other mobs with the, you know, manipulating them to kill other mobs. That seems kind of interesting. And oh yeah, I have this little, the lily pads, reformed the lily pads here a bit. This nice walkway all the way around. So we can check out the place. Oh, we had a spawn in here. Slime spawned in here. Yeah, to completely prevent spawns, I would have to work with more solid blocks. At the moment, I'm having very, very rare spider spawns and some slime spawns, but it's not concerning me much. And I think for now we can put a cover on that thing here. So it's finally closed off. Ouch, now they got me. And let's get out of here. So the next plan would be, and actually I wanted to do that today, wanted to keep on building a bit, but as I had this CPU shocker, the computer shocker today, which really already almost started to panic. Almost. Well, yeah, I wanted to rip this place out and start to work on a little boat dock here. Maybe a transition to go over there. So yeah, let me see what I can do. So first of all, I think we must finally get rid of our beacon here. It is a bit in the way, and yeah, I hope you like the smooth transition you see in the world tours again. I'm able to do a bit more work off camera. The last few episodes I was always able to present you progress we are making, and I think yeah, I like that, you know, because I just sometimes like it best when I can plug along in my world and don't have to worry about capturing, and sometimes even then I'm back at the mode where I have to stop myself from further building. I had this thing done and I wanted to keep on going with the boat dock right away, but then I thought maybe I'll show you some of the builds or building when I do it. It was not planned that, you know, I will do all the work on camera or most of the work. I wanted to skip ahead a bit, but as I had this huge computer problem today, I hope you can understand when I try to do some let's play-ish parts now and talk to you a bit, because yeah, there's some things we need to talk about. First of all, there was this issue with the CPU, I told you. Secondly, I was constantly thinking of Dear Dog, because see a lot of requests about it. You guys ask when will you bring it back, and yeah, I wanted to bring it back with a vlog of the new gaming setup here, and hopefully this weekend I can record with my girlfriend. She needs to help me a bit while I capture the gaming setup and so on. And I want to integrate that into the new episode of Dear Dog, and also probably want to revamp the whole thing a little bit. For all of you guys who don't know Dear Dog, you can go back if you want and check some of the older episodes. It was basically a show where I gave updates for my channel, and mainly was trying to promote smaller YouTubers. And well, I was lying low a bit lately with that. That was also because of the huge changes that are constantly happening to YouTube. Um, I could see at the later episodes of Dear Dog that the effect of the channel spotlights was wearing off a bit. It had several reasons. One reason was and that the YouTube system changed, and the whole promotion thing worked a bit different now. But I kind of think I analyzed the system again. I think I know what to do that will help. And secondly, it was also because I think, as I've had 34 episodes already, and in each episode I featured up to 5, 6, sometimes 10 channels. I had featured over 300 on the show, and well, some of them actually, really made it. And for example, Generic B was one of the guys that kind of got a starting boost from Dear Dog, and now you will see it happening. Generic B will probably pass me in subscribers even. There's others, there's Zuma Void, there's Keralis, and I'm kind of proud about that, being able to help the community out, and I always enjoyed that, and I want to definitely bring that back, but I was thinking a lot, how could we improve it, how could we do it a little bit better. And yeah, one idea I had was with the channel spotlights that I don't want to feature 5, 6 or more channels, that I probably want to go for one channel. Oh yeah, you see Camera Studio is back. I got it back installed. That is also cool. Got it updated. I probably want to go for 1 or 2 channels probably, and probably have a themed build off for each and every episode, um, and then we want to feature this build and thus promote this channel or the guy who made it or the video, if he does, or whatever. And we probably do a channel spotlight of a channel of my choice, where kind of Dog's favorites or whatever, where I kind of check out the channel but go in a bit more in depth, where we really check what's going on with the channel, what has been done, and so on, in depth look. That is one thing. Also, I was thinking if I want to introduce collab build with Dog kind of thing, where maybe once a week we determine one guy for Dear Dog, or maybe we do it once a month, where we determine a winner in Dear Dog, and then we do a little collab build. Maybe, I don't know, build a base together on a server or something like that. I think that would be pretty fun, and I can imagine that would give some smaller guys some exposure. I'm trying here in the World Tour, I'm trying to include as many smaller channels and other channels as I can. It depends a bit what I'm working on. At the moment, I'm working on this witch farm thing here, and that is kind of my own little baby, and there's not much reference, or I'm trying to use designs. Some people then said you often use designs by JL25 and the crew. Well, that just happened to be a coincidence. Of course, I also tried to feature other guys so far in the World Tour. Zerus MC or others, and we'll try to keep that up. And but there's limits to it, as you see. Can only do so much, but with Dear Dog I could dedicate it more, and also was thinking I might switch the day. It was always Tuesdays. And as my channel evolved right now and I can kind of do a bit better time management, I think, let me quickly look at that, it's hard to talk and think. I should be able to move it over to Sunday and kind of on Sunday will not record anything else, no world tours, no Minecraft, no nothing, and just do one Dear Dog there, maybe including a vlog part and so on, because I can more easily do that now here in my new gaming room. And I think that would be a good idea for Dear Dog. And please guys, as usual, I want you to be involved in the whole thing, so give me feedback. Give me feedback about Dear Dog. What do you want? What do you need? As I'm talking here to you guys who want to produce content on the tubes. What do you think would be the most helpful thing I could do to kind of give you a little hand? You always have to understand I can give you some help, but most of the work is up to you. So we have this, you could even call it a boat dock, it's just a wooden plank, but that's the start of something. And next up, I think I'm ready to start the mob farming project out here. And we want to go for future design. I don't want to go for a sky trap, of course, as we did very careful cave lighting around here, so we should be fine. The idea was I want to build a monster farm that kind of wraps around in a U shape here. You know, it's gonna be a piston pusher design. JL and the crew also did a farm design like that a while ago on their server, layout wise. Not really the same thing I'm planning to do, but the layout idea was and we have to check out F3 now. If you look at LC, we managed to get an LC of 79 here, that is loaded chunks vertically basically, and that is good. Here we have an LC of 95, something, maybe I have to relog, there should be no LC of 95 here, maybe it's caused by the portal, I'm not quite sure. Maybe also the building here is a little bit too tall. Let me see in which chunk we are. New chunk here. LC switches, yeah. So it seems starting from this chunk border here, you can see that at the C coordinate, we suddenly get LC 95. I have to investigate that. I cannot say why that would be the case around here. But yeah, we want to stay low. We want to make a few rows, but we don't want to go too high, so we can keep LC low, and thus the spawn rate's good. And we will have this U-shaped thing made with pistons, piston pusher design. We'll have a drop below. We will have ice, and it will push the things to a centralized spot. And I will eventually end up with an item elevator again, basically on the other side here. And we'll be able to grab the loot from the mob farm or the regular mobs on this side. And here we got the witch farm, and then we basically got our mob farming system done. Kind of want to keep it away from the main base, but probably want to start two projects at the same time. A, start working on the mob farm, and B, taking care of a home base at home. At our main island, starting to work around there a bit. So that is the next steps. If you wonder about the world download, I think we are in episode 27 right now, so 28 I think I will put up another world download, so you can enjoy the area here. I might have already started a bit with the mob farm, but yeah, we need iron. We got a bunch of that now. We got a few blocks. I might use them up to make the pistons, and I also need a lot of wood. So at the moment I'm always going over there, grabbing it. I'm not sure about materials. Next time we might try out some materials for the facade and see what we like best. And also I want to do some testing in a creative world with the mob farm design and see if it will work as planned, because yeah, it's not like a super new system, but it's always good if you test it before. And yeah, that's it for today. I want to take a little boat ride around the area here, have a quick look. I hope you enjoyed this episode. As I said, I had planned a little bit more progress today, but I think we're okay with the house. And then yeah, the stupid computer issue kind of yeah, had something against me making a lot of progress. But I think we are okay. This place is really taking shape. Took us quite a while, a lot of work into this area. But yeah, next up, mob farm, make it clean, and then can move on to the next projects. I already got tons of ideas. And now I want to check out the new snapshot. Came out today as well. See you next time. Bye bye, guys. Better centered here. We have to try out some things with that. At the moment I'm worried about the storage situation, and the plan was to kind of put chests